This is a podcast about our lived experience, which unfortunately includes infant death and subsequent mental health struggles. Please take good care of yourself and only listen if this content feels safe for you right now. We'll still be here when you're ready.
Hi, I'm Judith.
And I'm Alina. We are internet friends turned real-life friends who both experienced the tragic loss of our sons to sudden infant death syndrome in winter of 2021.
In the year after Aiden died, my husband and I both became unemployed. My parents divorced, and we had to move 5 times for various reasons.
And as for me, just a few weeks before my son Quinn died, my then husband had come out to me as a transgender woman, and we're subsequently divorcing.
It's been a lot.
It's been a lot.
But as long as we're living, we will love our sons deeply and work to make sure that we live a life that makes them proud.
Welcome to As Long As I'm Living podcast.
We're so glad you're here.
Oh, I'm connected.
Yeah, you're here. Hi.
I think my water is broken.
Are you serious?
I think because I don't know. We don't know. I don't know because there's like stuff coming out. But last time when my water broke, it was like this gush. It was like a rainstorm.
Yeah.
And this time,
is it like leaking out?
A little bit, because I thought that it was the bloody show.
Yeah.
You know, because all the gunk came out.
Then, childbirth is so gross. It's a magical experience and it's disgusting.
I can't tell. So like, how do I know?
I mean, if you continue to leak fluid.
Yeah, let me see if I continue to leak fluid.
Yeah.
I have a towel under me.
Okay.
I put a towel down.
Maybe you just peed yourself.
This is so entertaining for me because I'm like, am I peeing myself? Am I not peeing myself? Is there something coming out of me? Is there nothing coming out of me? Okay. I'm just gonna sit down. Okay.
Can I just say, when you first joined this call, you looked so much like Aiden.
Really?
Yeah.
No, it's this angle.
Yes, exactly. You were hovering over your phone, so I was looking at you from underneath, and you looked so much like Aiden.
I'm telling you, from this angle, I look like him.
You really do. You really do.
No one ever believes that I say that, but I do.
Your under chin looks just like your son's. He really has your double chin.
He does. Isn't it an honor? You know, I think it's because he has like the cheeks and the little nose.
Yeah, it was like your lips, like from that angle, and your nose.
I know.
It really looked like him.
I know. Everyone thinks I'm crazy when I say that, but I do look like him. I mean, I don't know what he looks like now, but.
So hang on. Are you 38 plus 3 today?
No, I'm 38. Well, I'm 30. It depends if you want the honest count or the dishonest count.
Either one. Which both? Give me both.
The honest count is 38. The dishonest count is 38 plus 1.
Because you went into labor with Aiden on 38.3, right?
Yeah.
So you could be in labor today, right now.
Well, now I don't feel like I'm leaking, so maybe not.
Okay.
But I've been up since 3.
Oh, just hanging out. Just awake. Classic.
Just awake.
Classic 9 months pregnant. Classic grieving mother.
I caught up on all my Putin news.
Oh, good. Good.
Okay, what are we talking about today?
Let's just chat.
Okay.
How have you been doing, Judith?
Not great.
Yeah.
Can I have options, multiple choice? How have you been doing?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like, how has the last week been? Let's just talk about the last week. What happened in the last week? Let's talk about it.
Okay. I think that and I know I told you this, I feel like I've really regressed a little bit. I feel like I'm so confused and disoriented, and I know I'm like in this planet, but I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm like confused.
But I mean, 9 months pregnant women are already heading into the planets, but now you're like extra heading into the planets.
And it feels like everyone around me is melting down.
Yeah.
Too, which is really hard. Like, what I think what happened is when we scheduled the induction, everyone realized that this was like maybe actually happening.
Yeah.
And I think the reality of that really, it's scary. Really, really, really scary.
Yeah.
And I don't think any of us are like actually prepared to deal with it. I think we all are in denial.
Yeah. I think that makes perfect sense. I think to a certain extent, like you guys have to be in denial. You can't be thinking too concretely about a baby again. You can't. It's too painful. So then you have to just wait for her to get here, and then she will present herself, you know?
And I think my husband is, I think he kind of has been in denial this whole time. I don't think he like really reckoned with this. And I think that's just setting him off. So it's been hard. It's hard because I need so much. This is like a classic grieving thing. Okay. Let's talk about a classic grieving. I need help. I need support. I need someone to be there 100% for me.
Yeah.
And my husband needs someone to be there 100% for him.
Yeah.
And neither of us can support one another. And neither of us can like get around to doing the dishes. Neither of us can make any decisions. Neither of us feel comfortable or confident. You know, we're all a mess. And I feel like that's part of the challenge.
Yeah.
That wasn't the case last time. Last time he was maybe he was nervous, you know, like he did apprehensive, but like he could really show up for me when I was in those last few days because he wasn't having a reckoning of his own.
Right.
Okay. And how have you been?
Yeah, so I've had kind of an exciting last week. So, or, you know, a lot of happening. So first of all, Kaylee and I actually filed for divorce finally.
So how long does it take once you file?
It's a question mark. I tried to Google like how long it takes to get a court date, but it seems like it can be anywhere from weeks to months to get a court date. And then once we go to court and the judge finalizes it, then it's another 4 months after that, which is crazy. There's like a waiting period after the judge finalizes it, and then so it's actually finalized. Yeah, so I won't be like officially divorced for a while, but at least we've filed. And I know listeners, if you're, you know, listening to this, you're like, Alina, didn't you say like you were about to file for divorce like back in November? And to that, I'll say, yeah, we just haven't really taken our sweet time.
Life happened.
Yeah. So there's that. And then I spent some time this weekend. Are you okay? Are you having a contraction?
Yeah, this is a little uncomfortable.
Are you having a real contraction?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I think so. You know, didn't you have them and then they went away before?
No, I had Braxton Hicks my entire pregnancy, but when I had real contractions, they were real contractions, and then I was in labor.
Okay.
This is oh my gosh. Are you excited? Do you feel more excited or do you feel more nervous, or is it both?
You know, I don't believe any of this is happening.
Just in denial.
100% skeptical. Yeah, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm just having regular contractions. So maybe in a few days I'll go into labor.
Oh my gosh.
I Googled. I just want you to know that I Googled in the middle of the night, like what happens after you have your bloody show? How long do you go into labor? And it said anywhere between 1 hour and 1 week.
I know. This is what happened. I lost my mucus plug with Quinn, and then I Googled it. I was so excited. And then it was like, oh, it can regenerate. And I was like, wait, what? No, please.
But when did you lose it?
I lost it at 39.6. So 1 day before my due date. And then I went into labor at 40 plus 2 and gave birth 40 plus 3. So it was still 3 days.
That's what I'm saying. But I had like a whole bloody show. I told you a murder scene. So I don't. Did you have a murder scene?
I did not have a murder scene. No, I didn't.
Just had the plug.
Yeah, but I also my water never broke either.
Yeah, so somewhere between 1 day and 1 week. I mean, 1 hour and 1 week from now.
Great.
That's why I'm in denial. But why don't we time them? What time is it now?
It is 7:41. Yeah.
Okay,
great. Okay, yay. Yeah. So I filed for divorce. This past weekend, I spent a bunch of time with my friend Julia and Scott and Audrey and Julia and Scott's baby. And that was so nice to hold a baby. It felt like really affirming to just be out and about holding a baby and for people to see me as a mom, which like is because I always feel like a mom with an asterisk. And I still was a mom with an asterisk, you know, but I like to people on the outside, they just saw me and I am a mom and I was holding a baby. So I was a mom, you know, and that felt nice. It was very affirming. And then I had the Syrup Stampede, the Empty Arms 5K, which was so fun to see all my Lost Mom friends. Shout out to all you guys I hugged on Sunday. That was so nice. I had such a nice time.
And then?
Oh yeah. And then I had a meltdown.
Which, by the way, I think that was the only appropriate response to the weekend you had.
Yeah. So let me just say this. I had a beautiful weekend, wonderful weekend. I had such a nice time with Julia's baby. I had such a nice time at the 5K. Everything felt great. I was feeling really like on a high, I was feeling really good.
Yeah.
And then 2 days ago, I just had I had like a straight up grief attack, like just kind of out of nowhere. I felt really super sad. And I was like, oh, I think it's done. Like, I think I'm done crying. Like, I'm going to go shower and like, snap myself out of it. Like, I'm all set. And then I went into the shower and I had one of those like intense crying spells where I was just so sad. I was kneeling on the floor of the shower and just like crying, we've all been there. And then I cried so hard that I threw up in the shower.
Which is truly an accomplishment. And I think that I feel like we should have like grief awards, you know what I mean? I feel like that should be one of them.
Honestly, like I have done that exact thing before, cried so hard that I threw up in the shower, but only one other time. It was a long time ago in the early days. And I have cried so hard that I've thrown up a couple other times, but not for a long time. So this was kind of out of nowhere. And then like,
although it was a big weekend.
It was a big weekend. Like, I think my body like really felt all of the emotion and everything. So, and then, I had to then clean up my own vomit from the floor of the shower, which was just, really depressing.
A little bit.
What?
It's like, it's like the lowest of the low feeling.
Exactly. Exactly. It was just so like I remember as I was doing it, I was like, my life is so bad.
So bad. I totally hear that.
But then I went over to should I say this? Yeah.
What?
I went over to
you went to your boyfriend's house.
I went to my boyfriend's house and he made me dinner and I felt better. I just like stared out the window and cried while he cooked dinner and then I felt better. And then I had a normal night. It just was a little grief attack. It happens.
But those are the things that a year ago would have put us out for a couple days.
Yes, absolutely.
And so now the fact that you're able to have a grief attack and then recover.
That's right.
That's a big deal.
I remember so I got out of the shower, I finished cleaning up the vomit, my life. And I just crawled in bed for a minute and I was just hugging a pillow and I just kept repeating to myself out loud, this will pass. This will pass.
Yeah.
This will pass. Like, I know that now. I know it will pass.
It's interesting because I had a conversation with my dad recently and my dad's having a hard time for his own stuff. And he said, he was like, I think he was basically saying that he feels like the most successful you can be in grief and like a hard time is to control your emotions. And I actually really disagree.
No, I agree.
I
agree with you. I do not agree with your dad. That is not true.
Yeah. He was like, if you're able to like fit them into the, and they don't overtake you, they don't overtake your life. They kind of like exist. And I was like, I just disagree with that. Like, I think the ultimate goal is to be able to feel your feelings and get through to the other side and continue your day.
Just move
through them. And if you can't continue your day, you can't continue your day.
That's right.
There's no shame in it. Like, that's the thing. Like, I don't feel like there's any shame in having big feelings.
Yeah. I think honestly, like just feeling the feelings, genuinely feeling them in your body, in your head, moving through them, and then knowing it'll pass. And then it passes. Like, I keep getting evidence over and over and over again. It does always pass. Those awful feelings, they always pass.
Always pass. Always, always. So I feel like that's encouraging because in the beginning, you think that you're just going to like die of the pain.
Yeah.
And so it feels good to be like, it happened to me last night too. I was like sitting in this chair crying, holding my teddy bear. And then I just got up and went back to Putin news.
I know, right? Like, it's crazy.
Crazy.
It's so crazy.
Do you think that's like resilience? Like, what would you call that?
Yeah, I think it's resilience. I really do. I think that's what that is. And like in the beginning, I remember like, I think the truth is like in the beginning, it was more constant and it was overall more intense because it was literally like, I remember I would be crying, like tears coming out of my eyeballs, sometimes more intense, sometimes just calmly crying every minute of the day.
Yeah.
Or I was like dead, you know what I mean? Like dead inside, just like dissociated. So like those were the two states I was in. So there was really no rest. Now I have all of these little snippets of joy. I enjoy the beautiful weather and, like it's easier now because I have those breaks. And I think also sometimes people feel guilty that they're not so sad anymore. And I definitely don't feel that way.
I don't either, because I think that my son, I feel like an obligation to him to do the best I can to keep living.
As long as I'm living.
As long as I'm living, I feel an obligation to him. But last night I was angry at him. And my feelings, I don't normally go into the anger, but it just felt unfair.
Yeah.
I was like, why does everything have to be so hard?
I know.
And then I got angry because I was like, why did this happen? Like, why did you do this? Because now everything is so hard. And now like even the good things are hard. Why can't I have,
I know.
He didn't answer.
Unfair. It's so unfair. He didn't answer.
He didn't answer. I did ask. Okay, I'm having another contraction, so that's 7 minutes. So should I do something about this?
I mean, do you want to wake your husband up?
No.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think 7 minutes apart is not a time to wake up your husband. I think it's not time yet.
Yeah, I'm just going to wait. But do you think they go from 7 minutes apart to like nothing, or you think this is happening?
I think it's happening. Let's see if you have another one at 7 minutes.
Okay. How long should I be going through this?
Before you go to the hospital? I mean, I think you could go in anytime. If you say you think your water broke.
Well, I don't know, because I haven't been leaking.
I mean, if you have contractions that are like 5 minutes, I would go in.
Yeah, but it went from 0 to 7. I mean, not 0, it went from like 30 minutes to 7.
Yeah.
So I think I should go soon.
I think so too. All right, let's wrap this up.
Do you think I should go soon?
Honestly, I'm struggling to even figure that out, because for me, my only experience of this was pre-loss, and I was like, he's good. Like I'm feeling fine. Like, but now I'm like, now
but they
scary.
say like the 5-1-1 thing every 5 minutes for 1 minute for an hour.
I think you're a special case, and I think you can go in anytime and be monitored. Do you have monitoring today?
Yeah, at 9:30.
Okay. So there you go.
So there you go. What?
You'll go in at 9:30 for the monitoring. And if you feel like you want to go in sooner, you absolutely can, but you'll be there, at
I'll be
9:30. Yeah. April 7th. Is that a fun baby birthday? April 7th, April 8th. Those are good days.
Do you have any bad days?
Oh, I have some bad days, but not for being born.
Like
just
bad day.
I mean, like Friday the 13th. Like, I don't know.
That wouldn't be like the most lucky day. I thought Aiden had the best birthday. It was 12/12.
I know, that's such a good birthday. That's my friend Audrey.
It's such a good birthday, but then he died, so it wasn't so lucky. It was unlucky. It was an unlucky birthday. But, yeah.
Oh my
so,
God.
I don't know. My hair looks like such a floofy floof mess.
You look so in
bad.
Labor. You look so in labor.
So bad. That's what I think you're trying to say, but you're being really nice about it. Thank you. This is what happens when I go to bed with my hair wet. I just get like floofity floof.
It's okay, Judith. It's all right. I forgive you. I still love you.
It's a bad situation.
Hi, everybody. I have some amazing news for you, which is that Judith had her baby and she's alive, a healthy baby girl. We are so excited over here that baby As Long As I'm Living was born healthy, and just please send all the love and best wishes to Judith with her new alive baby girl. We love you guys. Bye.
I'm so happy. Look at her. She's so alive. Are you? Oh my gosh.
No, she's so alive.
You did it.
I'll send you a lot of pictures.
Okay.
To all of our wonderful new friends, we want to hear from you. Email us at aslongasimlivingpodcast@gmail.com and follow us on Instagram at aslongasimlivingpodcast. We'll get back to you as soon as our grieving brains allow.
Yay!